ABS-CBN's franchise hearings might have to stay in Congress cellar for some time more. House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano says he doesn't see the urgency of tackling the franchise. He says it can wait until May at the earliest, that despite its expiration next month. Ria Fernandez with the story.
The current franchise of ABS-CBN is set to expire by the end of March. But while various groups push for its immediate hearing and passage at the House of Representatives, it seems that Speaker Alan Cayetano is not in a hurry. He says the franchise talks will happen, just not now.
Definitely before March 2022, possibly in May, if we have enough time and if we have cooler heads and if all the issues, worst case after SONA.
Cayetano advises the public to keep their heads cool amid hot debates on the TV network's franchise renewal.
It will suck all the energy of the 18th Congress. Halos lahat ng miyembro mag-a-attend. Mapapabayaan ang ibang mga importante.
For now, Cayetano says the lower chamber will deal with more important issues like addressing the impacts of the Taal volcano eruption and the threat of the coronavirus disease or COVID-19. Cayetano also assures that ABS-CBN can still operate even if its license lapses in March.
Hindi ganun ka-urgent. Bakit? Kasi hanggang March 2022 pwede mag-operate eh.
This despite the position of some lawmakers that the National Telecommunications Commission cannot issue a provisional authority while the network's franchise bill is still not being tackled.
I'll find out, pero NTC nakikinig eh. I think there's a consensus naman that while we're discussing the issues, there's no reason na isara.
Aside from President Rodrigo Duterte, Cayetano also has personal issues with ABS-CBN for its supposed biases during the 2016 elections.
The point is, kaya nga may franchise hearings eh. Para bago ka bigyan ng 25 years, i-reassess.
But once the franchise bill moves forward, Cayetano wants the network's alleged violations to be resolved. For News 5, Ria Fernandez, we are One News.
ABS-CBN employees and supporters, as well as members of various progressive organizations, gathered this Valentine's Day to hold their Red Friday protest, calling on government to renew the network's franchise. Meanwhile, ABS-CBN says it will adhere to the Supreme Court's order requiring it to respond to the quo warranto petition filed by the Solicitor General. In a statement, ABS-CBN said it will comply with the order and they will submit a reply within 10 days. Solicitor General Calida justified filing his quo warranto petition against ABS-CBN at the Supreme Court. He said that it's a matter of transcendent importance, meaning the petition is highly crucial. His petition was against two companies, ABS-CBN Corporation and its subsidiary, ABS-CBN Convergence, which handles the broadcast firm's black box. He seeks to cancel two franchises, the first one being ABS-CBN's 1995 franchise handed through Republic Act 7966. The second one is the franchise granted the multimedia telephony company, which is now granted to ABS-CBN. Let's tackle this one by one. Question: the network's franchise is due to its usage of the Philippine Depositary Receipts or PDRs. These are financial instruments used by many companies to acquire foreign investors. But according to Solgen Calida, ABS-CBN violated Section 11, Article 14 of the Constitution, which says that mass media must be owned fully by Filipinos. Calida claims that the #1 holder of ABS-CBN's PDR is not a Filipino, with 60% of the company's PDRs owned by foreigners. The second franchise, which Calida seeks to terminate, is the one which was given under Republic Act 8332. This is the franchise granted to the multimedia telephony company in February 1995 to establish a fourth paging system in the country. But ABS-CBN bought the company in 2010. According to Calida, the franchise cannot be transferred as Congress needs to grant a separate franchise for it. But why is the second franchise a big deal? Because this was the basis for the development of ABS-CBN's digital black box in 2015. This is called the ABS-CBN TV Plus, which uses a digital system, not a broadcasting system. There is supposed to be no problems with this. But according to Calida, ABS-CBN added a pay-per-view system in the black box. Carida says that the government provided free-to-air frequency, and this should therefore not be used for pay-per-view. He added, ABS-CBN knows a separate permit is needed for a pay-per-view system. It applied for a permit, but when the NTC did not give the said permit, it still supposedly continued providing pay-per-view services, all of this according to Solgen Calida. But there's still another franchise in the quo warranto petition of Solgen Calida, which was not given much attention. In July 1995, Congress granted Amcara Company a franchise which will last until July 2020. This is what ABS-CBN uses for its Studio 23 and Sports and Action channel. In other words, ABS-CBN still has a franchise for the next 5 months.